So good afternoon everybody, myself Acharya Vishvendra. I was just discussing about analysis of momentum. So let's discuss the graph of P versus V. So we know that the graph is a straight line with tan theta is equals to m. This we have discussed in the previous video. So we can say that tan theta is equals to m. So if we have three different graphs, 1, 2 and 3. So from the graph we can see that theta 3 is greater than theta 2 is greater than theta 1. So we can say that tan theta 3 is greater than tan theta 2 is greater than tan theta 1. So we can say that m3 is greater than m2 is greater than m1. So we can say that larger the angle, the larger the slope angle, larger is going to be the mass of that particular body which is under consideration, for which we have drawn the graph. So this is the inference that we can draw from the analysis of the graph. Now let's expand our thinking process to another dimension. Let's try to relate kinetic energy and momentum. So we know that kinetic energy of a body is half mv square. So what we do is we just multiply and divide by m. So here we have m square v square by 2m. Then we take whole square as common, so it reduces to mv whole square by 2m. mv here is p, so we have the expression k is equals to p square by 2m, where k is the kinetic energy and p is the magnitude of linear momentum and m is the mass. So this is the relation between the kinetic energy, the momentum and the mass of the body. So we have come to another conclusion relating momentum and the kinetic energy. So since one inference can be drawn that if we double the momentum without changing the mass, so how much kinetic energy will be increased? So obviously if there is a p square term involved, so if we double the p, then it will be 2 square, that is 4 times. So it will be 4 times or 400 times of the initial, 400% of the initial value. So there is increase of 300% in the kinetic energy that we can draw from this analysis. Let's see some variations in the graphical perspectives. So the first thing is graph of k versus p. So we know that k is proportional to p square, so the graph is gonna be a parabola. We assume that mass is constant over here, so that will be a parabolic graph. If we draw a graph between k and p square, we assume that p square is x over here. Here also we have assumed that mass is constant. So we can say that tan theta will be k by p square, so that is 1 by 2m. So we can say that tan theta is proportional to 1 by m. So for the graphs, as the graphs are concerned, we can say that if slope angle is theta, then tan theta is inversely proportional to the mass. So we can infer that if theta increases, then mass decreases, or corresponding to greater theta we have lesser mass, or corresponding to lesser theta we have the larger mass. So let's analyze the situation for a graph for three different bodies, 1, 2 and 3. So from the graph we can see that theta 3 is greater than theta 2 is greater than theta 1. That means tan theta t greater than tan theta 2 greater than tan theta 1. So m3 is the least and m1 will be greatest. So these are the inferences that we can draw from the graphs itself. So you have seen that we have analyzed the various physical quantities related to momentum. Analysis of momentum itself is used in different questions. It's used in the graphical analysis, variations of different parameters. So this analysis based study, or this you can say that a problem solving skill based study is helpful to you, it's fruitful to you, it's more easy to retain, and your mind brain system is directed along the skills needed to crack the competitive exams like JEE and NEET. So the thought process behind working in this way is to induce certain mechanisms in your mind brain system so that you can learn effectively and are able to crack competitive exams, rather than just studying and sitting with the books and just studying. It's not gonna work. Competitions are at its peak. The fundamental factor is the output. By hook or by crook, you have to give the output. If you are able to generate the output, then certainly things will be yours and you will have name, fame and money. But if unfortunately there is no output, then doesn't matter what you are, how you studied, how many hours you study. Only output is the bottom point in any point of concern. So these are the video lectures just to induce the optimal working patterns in your mind brain system, so that you can work better, you can learn better, and you can perform better by cracking competitive exams and achieve omnipresent dimensions of success in academic, professional and spiritual dimension of life. For any doubt, you can ask in the doubt section. Thank you and have a nice day.